Good or bad, all about fat in our diet. Fat is an essential building material for organs and tissues in our body. Weight loss enthusiasts who completely exclude it from their diet, fearing weight gain, are fundamentally wrong. Scientists have long been sounding the alarm. They believe that so-called fat phobia, pathological fear of obesity, and the associated severe food restrictions will not lead to anything good. From a scientific point of view, proper nutrition and a low-fat diet are incompatible concepts. And those who think otherwise don't know much about fats, useful and harmful. First, it is important to determine how they differ from each other. Saturated fats, which have every carbon atom surrounded by hydrogen atoms, are considered harmful. They are solid and include lard, fat in red meat, butter, cocoa butter, coconut and palm oils, plus fats from sour cream, whole milk, and cheeses. For a long time, it was not recommended to eat saturated fats at all, but now scientists claim that in small amounts, they are also necessary for the body. For example, pork lard contains arachidonic acid, which is not found in vegetable oils. It belongs to essential fatty acids, is part of cell membranes, and is involved in cholesterol metabolism. In unsaturated fats, there are fewer hydrogen atoms, making them fluid. If there is a single double bond between carbon atoms, these are called monounsaturated fats, and if there are more such bonds, the fatty acids are called polyunsaturated. But without delving into chemistry, let's just accept that all fat-rich foods contain a mixture of saturated and unsaturated fatty acids in varying proportions. For example, all vegetable oils, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish are rich in unsaturated fats. By the way, these products contain valuable omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. There are various types of omega-3 fats. The most common are alpha-linolenic acid, found in nuts, oils, and leafy vegetables, eicosapentaenoic acid, and docosahexaenoic acid, found in seafood and fatty fish. Omega-3s support heart health and nourish the brain. Interestingly, the brain is made up of 60% fats, and docosahexaenoic acid is the main fatty acid in the brain. Regarding heart health benefits, studies show that people who consume seafood at least once a week are less likely to suffer from heart disease. Omega-3 fats also help control heart rhythm, lower blood pressure, and heart rate. The most harmful fats are trans fats, created by adding hydrogen molecules to unsaturated fats. This is done to make oils solid at room temperature, such as margarine. It is a vegetable fat, but behaves like butter. Trans fats are used in the food industry to make meat products, baked goods, and confectionery, as they have a longer shelf life and are cost-effective. They are also found in fast food and fried dishes. By law, all food companies must indicate the presence of trans fats in the composition of their products. Some remain silent about it, allowing up to 0.5 grams per serving to go undisclosed. Others mysteriously refer to them as hydrogenated oil. Despite the fact that such artificial fats are harmful to health, they raise levels of bad cholesterol, worsen insulin sensitivity, can lead to weight gain, stroke, inflammation, and even cancer. Additionally, including trans fats in the diet increases the likelihood of developing ischemic heart disease and myocardial infarction. Researchers from Bangladesh have found that even 2% of calories from trans fats increase the risk of heart disease by 23%. Why do we need fat? Healthy fats, such as omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, maintain a healthy cholesterol level and improve heart health. They also help fight inflammation and strengthen bones. This was confirmed by researchers from Canada who observed the health of women aged 35 to 72 whose diets included foods with monounsaturated fats, such as olive oil, nuts, and seeds. Furthermore, fat is a building material for the nervous system that affects brain function. A deficiency of omega-3 fatty acids leads to a decrease in the number of neurons, reducing learning ability. At least that's what animal experiments have shown. Some studies demonstrate the effectiveness of omega-3 in treating depression and mental disorders. Once, at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, a screening was conducted on several thousand people aged 60 and older, looking for symptoms of depression. It was found that patients with severe depression had low levels of omega-3 fatty acids in their blood. Many experts also testify that products rich in beneficial fats, such as nuts or fish, improve sleep. This was the focus of a study by the University of Oxford, involving 362 children aged 7 to 9. 40% of these children had sleep problems, reluctance to go to bed, and night awakenings. They were given omega 3 supplements, and sleep trackers were placed on their wrists for monitoring. The study results were impressive. After taking the supplements, the participants slept an hour longer each night. Healthy fats have another important property that women especially appreciate. Fatty acids are crucial for the skin. They improve its appearance, reduce inflammation, soften the effects of sun exposure, and smooth signs of aging. In addition, beneficial fats are involved in hormone synthesis and help better absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K from food. It is also important to note that there is a strong link between the presence of polyunsaturated fats in the body and blood sugar levels. Research shows that transitioning from a diet rich in saturated fats, considered harmful, to a diet rich in monounsaturated fats, beneficial, improves insulin sensitivity in healthy individuals. Can you eat fatty foods and lose weight? Dietary systems based on fats are well known. For example, the lipid diet, keto diet, and LC-CHEF, low-carb, high-fat. They do lead to weight loss, but doctors generally do not approve of such practices. How does it work? Usually, our brain derives energy from glucose, which is formed by breaking down carbohydrates. In other words, carbohydrates are good for cognitive function, but unfortunately, if consumed in excess, they can affect your figure. However, when the body receives very few carbohydrates and plenty of fat, the liver starts converting fat cells, resulting in the production of so-called ketone bodies. These become an alternative fuel for the brain, while excess weight melts away. But before transitioning to a high-fat diet, it is vital to consult with a doctor because such a shock diet has many contraindications and serious side effects. Some doctors even believe that if more than 37% of daily calorie intake comes from fat, it often leads to an increase in liver fat accumulation and decreased insulin sensitivity, which could ultimately lead to diabetes. How much fat do we need? According to the American Heart Association, fats should constitute 30% of the daily caloric intake, with a third of them being from vegetable oils. This roughly corresponds to 65 grams of fat for a 2,000-calorie diet. Taking into account that each gram of fat contains 9 calories, you can create a balanced menu. For example, polyunsaturated fats should account for 8 to 10% of our daily calorie intake. Most polyunsaturated fats are found in vegetable oils, especially in grapeseed oil, walnuts, and wheat germ oil, as well as flaxseed, poppy seed, and corn oils. Walnuts and pine nuts, sunflower and hemp seeds, fatty fish, and soy products are rich in polyunsaturated fats.